Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Some eye cream. Um, so hi everybody. It's day 2. I thought I would um, people have asked me to explain myself. So everybody's listening to a lot of country music lately because of the PBS documentary by Ken Burns. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. Um, but now I'm back onto yacht rock. The other day we had a guy come in and he had a yacht rock shirt on and he talked about Loggins and Messina. So I think we're going to play Loggins and Messina today. Let's see what else is going on. I've been reading a lot. If you have been spending your time during this house arrest period where we've all been forced to stay in our homes by the government, a lot of people have been binge watching a lot of TV shows. I canceled Netflix a couple months ago. Very happy I did that. Had a customer. I talk to customers all day. I talk to like 40 or 50 people a day at least. And it's funny. I said to her, she was installing her TV. She had needed help with her TV. And I said, "Oh, what are you watching?" And she says, "I'm watching Seinfeld." And I said, "Seinfeld? You mean Seinfeld?" "Yes. Do you know this?" It's like, yeah, I know Seinfeld. Yeah, you know. Anyway, it's just so funny. People are hilarious. I've really rediscovered retail. I was moved to Boston to open a record store, and man, people, you got to have patience, a lot of patience to work in retail. But people at the end of the day are just so full of life and so funny, and every person is just so individual and so unique, and so just and as I've mentioned to friends that still talk to me, I'm going to make a uh, play about this experience because I I got to get my hair cut. I I took this job sort of on a whim. This is my second job. I work on the weekend, whatever, maybe Saturday, Sunday, blah blah blah, down at the local hardware store, and then this happens, right? Then all of a sudden, the pandemic happens. Um, so if you look at the inventory of the hardware store since February, I don't know, it was February 21st or something. Um, um, February 21st, it tells the story of what's happened in the last 5 months, right? So the name of the play is Inventory or Inventory, as someone I know used to say. And I was talking about this with a customer the other day, and they said, "Oh, it should be a musical. What if it's a musical?" And I said, "Oh, it could be a musical because you could have the mask song. You could have the wipe song, the bleach song, the cookware song, the da 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 da. Because as you go through the inventory, it tells the story of what's happened in the last month. But now we have arrived at the locks, safes, and chains portion of the inventory. So I've been selling a lot of chains, locks, and safes. I mean, that's what's going on around here. Anyway, I was getting back to what I said earlier. Yacht Rock, Loggins in Messina. That's what we're playing today at the store. If you want to come by, play Loggins in Messina. I still have my other job, but it's an events job, so kind of on hold because the governor and the mayor here in Boston don't want. Government, as it turns out, doesn't give you power back. I know that sounds crazy to people, but it's true. You're not, the government's not going to give you power back, just for the record, just so you know. That's how this works. Anyway, been reading a lot. Read this book, the story of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. Really cool book. Read this book, which my friend Jared gave me, 10 Caesars, about people that ruled Rome. That was pretty good. Other books, See Something, Say Nothing. That was interesting. Once this author got killed, I had to buy this book. The Fourth Turning. Very interesting book. Very interesting book by the sociologists who named the millennials. The Fourth Turning, Strauss and Howe. Recommended by my favorite broadcaster, David Knight. That was a good book. Very interesting book. Anyway, because I read it, so I was reading this book and I'm like, what's the Fourth Turning? Like, who cares? It's not going to happen, It's crises, World War II, etc. Well, there's no crises going on, and then 2020 happened. So found out pretty quickly we're in the Fourth Turning. So you might want to read this. This book, however, Discovery of Freedom by Rose Wilder Lane. This woman was the ghostwriter of Little House on the Prairie, as they say. So I just thought I'd read this part to you, and then you can go. We can go. I got to go to work. I've worked every Saturday for the last year. So, if you want to come by, we're open. We've been open. That's the funniest. That's how the play ends. The play ends when a customer walks in to the store on stage and the customer says, when did you reopen? That's how it ends, because that's the funniest question we get now. It's like, when did you reopen? We've been open this whole time. So anyway, this goes out to my co-essential workers out there. Maybe I'll get a parade someday. I don't know. People clap for me. I've been sacrificing my life selling hammers. Anyway, this is for my essential workers from the Discovery of Freedom. Let me just. Okay. Excuse me. I don't have corona. Which has been a hoax this whole time. Don't you realize that? Don't people realize the whole thing is a total farce? The whole thing. It's always been. You can't shit a shitter, as as the first, maybe with the first character in the play said. Anyway, this is a message from essential workers to those of you who want UBI and just want to sit at home and watch Netflix. Okay, don't want to ever do anything with your life. This is for you. Anyone who says that economic security is a human right has been too much babied. While he babbles, other men are risking and losing their lives to protect him. They are fighting the sea, fighting the land, fighting diseases and insects and weather and space and time. For him, while he chatters that all men have a right to security and that some pagan god, society, the state, the government, the commune must give it to them. Let the fighting men stop fighting this inhuman earth for 1 hour, and he will learn how much security there is. Let him give it out on the front lines. Let him bring one slow freight through a snowstorm in the Rockies. Let him drive one rivet to hold his apartment roof over his head. Let him keep his own electric light burning through one quiet, cozy evening when mist is freezing to the wires. Let him make from seed to table just one slice of bread, and we will hear no more from him about the human right to security. No man's security is any greater than his own self-reliance. Did you get that? No man's security is any greater than his own self-reliance. If every man and woman worth living did not stand up to the job of living, did not take risk and danger and exhaustion beyond exhaustion, and go on fighting for one thin hope of victory in the uncertainty of death, there would not be a human being alive today. But fighting does not mean fighting one's own kind. If all men were not brothers, and if most men did not recognize the brotherhood of humankind, there would be not a human being alive today. We are all one race, the human race. So there you have it. Have a great day, everybody. I got to go to work. Come see me if you want. We're open. We've been open this whole time. Okay. Goodbye.